Hello and welcome back to PMP Sports' second hour of our 2-hour shows that we're going to be doing for the rest of the semester. All right, first segment of this hour.
There's a stranger in the booth with us.
There, well, yes. There is a stranger.
Hello, stranger.
Hello, stranger. State your name.
Hello, everyone. I am Anthony Payero of Payero's Power Play.
Plug.
I mean, I had to do it Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. We're here.
Even more plug.
He didn't even save it till the end.
We're here.
All right, we out here.
Didn't even let us tweet it out either.
Jeez.
Thanks, Payero. Well, anyways, that is Payero. Welcome him. Mike's mom. That's about it.
And Dad. My dad's listening,
and your
I
dad.
think.
And Mike's dad as well. Okay, so.
They've met him.
Okay.
Hi, Pat.
Oh.
So anyway,
Always eventful with you, Mike. Okay. Okay. Let's put it this way: the Warriors are off to the most dominant start in NBA history, 48-4. Spurs also doing amazing this year, 45-8.
Yep.
Thunder 40-14. Those are the top three teams in the West. Just all been amazing this year, including the Thunder. Like, you don't want to leave them out. They have 40 wins at the All-Star break already. They're going to get in the 60s for the wins. Golden State needs to go 25-5 the rest of the way just to beat the Bulls' record.
Completely doable.
Completely doable with the way they're playing.
I think it's more than doable, and I think they're gonna shatter it.
They can go.
They can go like 23-2.
Yeah.
The only teams I can see them losing to
Spurs.
are the
San
Spurs
Antonio.
7
and
3.
maybe the Thunder, but they destroyed the Thunder the other night, right?
They didn't destroy them.
was
They were up by
close game
20.
throughout.
Thunder made their run back, and then, Golden State pulled away,
They were comfortable
Typical
for
stuff.
most of the
Typical
game.
stuff. That's the Western Conference. It's pretty much just a 2 to 3 team race. Eastern Conference, I mean, it's been better than what it's been in recent years, but at the same time, it's pretty much just Cleveland. Is the team to beat.
I think
I think
Toronto's won 15-16.
Well, you know what?
What's more fun
When
for
has
me,
Toronto ever done anything in the playoffs?
Well,
so
Martino's not a big fan of Toronto.
I'm not a big fan.
Well,
of
I
Toronto.
can see because Boston's right there, but
It's not even that. It's a Washington Nationals kind of feel about them. Like, they've had success.
I can see that.
After they haven't had much success in their history, the second they get a taste of success, everyone's like, "Oh, they're the team to beat." No, they're not. They haven't won anything. They lost in the first round of Brooklyn, okay, and then I'm pretty sure they lost to the Wizards last year. Is that who they lost to?
Yes.
I think
I don't
someone
remember.
fact check me on that,
No.
but they lost first round last year again. So, is there anyone really in this conference that's going to be able to challenge the Cavs, Payero?
No.
Hashtag analysis. Awesome.
Challenging the Cavs, that's hard because they've been playing so well. And they're starting to fix their problems, too. They got rid of that awful coach who didn't know how to deal with the problems
But
that
was
the
he
team had.
the only problem?
And he
Awful's a
wasn't.
strong word.
He wasn't. And he'll find a job somewhere soon,
Yes,
hopefully.
definitely.
But that team's gone through a lot, and they've tried to put these pieces together, and maybe they're not headed in the right direction as of right now. They could get there, but as of right now, if you're asking me if the Cavs could win a chip by the end of the season, I'm going to say no. It's just not going to happen the way that the Western Conference is playing.
Does anyone agree that the Western Conference Finals, if it's the Spurs and Warriors, is going to be more entertaining than the actual NBA Finals? Because
Yes.
it might be
Yes.
that way.
I'll agree with that, yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of basketball left to play, and
From a
at this point in the year, I'd have to agree with that. I think that Warriors Thunder would be way more exciting than Spurs Warriors.
Why? Why do you say that? I don't know. I don't
just-
agree with that.
I just think
at all.
style of play from both teams. The Thunder, they're confident. I think that they're not afraid. Is more so what it is of Golden State. Even losing to them, they're keeping their word. And I think that a Golden State Oklahoma City series goes 6 games, with Golden State winning. But I think it can go 6 games.
I think that the
I don't-
Spurs aren't afraid of them either, and that could go
Spurs aren't
potentially
afraid.
7 games.
I don't know if the Spurs win at Golden State ever. I think Oklahoma City can, but I don't of course, okay, Spurs are undefeated at home too, but on the road, I don't think that they beat Golden State. at
No
Golden
one.
State.
No, I don't think anyone.
I think Oklahoma City has a better chance.
we all thought that the only team that had a chance at beating Golden State was going to be the Spurs, and they went into Oracle Arena and got punched in the mouth and kicked back to San Antonio. They got dropped by 30 points.
Yep.
In 30 points. This is the Spurs we're talking about.
Yes,
The San Antonio
and
Spurs
Oklahoma
lost by
City
30.
Well, you
didn't
can
get beat
never-
like that, and that's why I have them up there.
What you can never forget about the Spurs, though, is that they always have something up their sleeve. Always.
Of course,
30 points. 30.
But that's a bad.
But that
result.
could be, like, I'm not
That's
saying
more
that
than
that could
bad
be
run.
intentional,
Come
but
on.
that could be intentional.
No.
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 I like, it's just the way that
If you
I
have
think
a
that
chance, if you have
they
a chance
work.
to get a leg up on a team that's that good of a record, you got to take everything you get.
I really just think that that's just the way that Pop's mind works though. It's he just
Are you giving him
doesn't-
too much the benefit of the doubt?
I don't know. That I honestly that's like how I believe that Pop's mind works though. It's just don't show them anything until you see them in the playoffs. Don't show them anything.
But just because
But
you
you don't
see something
intentionally
doesn't
lose
mean
a
you can
game
stop
by
it.
30.
I know.
I
It's
mean,
just my skepticism and my praise for Pop and the Spurs because I think they're one of the greatest organizations
If
of
they're
all
one of the
time.
greatest organizations, they should just beat
It's
the
just-
Warriors.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
You wouldn't
like,
let them beat up on you like that
I
don't
just
know.
because you're
Enough of the
holding
I don't
on
know.
until the
childish stuff.
playoffs.
I don't know.
it's childish.
I think we'll see, but
Nah, because you know what? It's stupid because it's like, oh, now we found out how the Warriors play. We're gonna be able to stop them. No, you're
no,
not.
I mean that's not
like
what
saying. That's like saying, oh, we know LeBron's gonna be driving down the lane. It doesn't mean you're gonna stop him. You're not gonna stop.
I'm. No, that's
and that's
you're
the
you're
thing.
right in that. What I'm trying to say is that regular season Spurs and postseason Spurs,
Are two different teams.
two different teams, and they're definitely going to have more heart in the game when they're playing the Warriors
I just think that if
in the
you-
playoffs.
It's
if
not
you're
like-
gonna go by that route, a defining win in a season
Of
would
course,
mean
it means
having
just
to
as
beat your
much.
rival, which
Right,
at
and
this
it-
point in the season
And
is the
it's not
Warriors
like,
for them.
It's not like they
Okay.
sat starters and whatnot.
I mean, how many more games do they have to do that though?
30.
Still, you know what I
There's
mean?
30 games.
Well, how many more games?
I
Do the
think they
Spurs have against the
play-
Warriors,
I think
is what I'm
they
saying.
play
I think you're playing.
4
Once or
times
twice?
in total.
Four
They played
total.
3 more times.
Okay.
So they don't.
They have plenty.
So
of
they have
to
chances
redeem
to do that. I'm
themselves.
just, maybe the
They
first
got
time.
2. I'm
to
more
feel 'em
curious
out.
to see
I
what
don't know.
happens in San Antonio post the Oracle
Right.
Arena.
Yes.
If anyone wants a chance to beat the Warriors, they have to grab a game at Oracle Arena, which is why it's the hardest thing, and that's why they needed the number 1 seed. Because if they don't grab the number 1 seed, which they're probably not going to do, guess what happens? The
Golden
Warriors
State
have
runs through
home court
everybody
advantage.
with
No
home
matter
court
how many
Everybody
advantage.
has to
games
go
they
through
win, they have
Golden
to play
State.
At least 2 in Oracle.
And no matter
Well,
what,
no matter what, but they
what,
have to play at
you're
Oracle
playing
first.
2. But say you were to play at home, and you don't have to win a game at Oracle for that, because I'm pretty sure the format now is 2-2, 1-1-1
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
instead of the 2-3-2
Yep.
format,
Yep.
which could have probably
would have helped them a lot
wouldn't it this help that would have not have helped the Spurs at all. Say if Golden State had the 2 seed,
more. Well, right, but now that they don't.
but now
it
it's
helps
more
them- it
favorable
would've
this
helped
way.
them.
But and at the same time, it's just they're just the best team since the 95-96 Bulls
Yeah.
at this point. And if they win the championship, they're probably top
The best
3
team of all
team
time.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, and
They
I'm not
are the best team of all
putting
time
that.
if they win it.
I'm not putting that past Golden State. I'm not saying that the Spurs are 100% going to beat them. I'm just saying that.
But it's crazy to think how, if this was just 2 years ago, how it's still, it's not even close. Anyone still, you have to go back 20 years for a team that's even close enough.
Close
Even
to the
San,
record,
well,
you're
San
saying?
Antonio. You put this San Antonio team 2 years ago, they're winning the championship, no
Right.
doubt.
Yeah.
No, there's no one beating them. I mean, they did win it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that San Antonio team is not going to beat this one.
No, probably not.
Any
I'm
of
just
the
saying-
teams the past 10 years,
I'm arguing that.
no one beat this San Antonio team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aside from the Warriors. I don't think who's the biggest competition? Maybe one of the Miami teams, one of the Lakers teams.
I don't
Even
think
the
so. I don't
Celtics
think
with
so.
the big
I don't even
3.
think so.
prior
I would
to
say the
KG's
Celtics
injury?
team
I
is
don't think any
probably.
of them compare. I don't
I
to
d-
either.
But the San Antonio team?
Yeah, I think the Warriors and Spurs are both that good this year that no one in the last 10 years compares.
Yeah, what about even the Thunder?
Even the Thunder. Okay, you take.
They
one
could
of
have.
the
They could have
Heat
won it
teams.
during those 2 years the Lakers won.
Yeah.
Right.
They could have totally have won
Those
that.
Celtics teams don't compare.
I think the
The
Celtics teams do compare, though.
Prior to KG's injury, yes.
I think
the
the
one year
Celtics
they
teams
won
do
it,
compare. When
The
they
1 year they won it, they were really.
They
That's
were-
the biggest turnaround in team
they were really
in history.
good. They were
66
really
and
good.
16 in their first year together,
They were
and
really
then KG
good.
got hurt.
That was an awesome team
I'm not
to watch.
saying they would win it. I don't think they would. I think they could beat OKC. I think they would beat OKC. I don't think they would beat the Spurs or the Warriors of this year. Not
No.
a chance. No,
No.
I don't think
No.
they would.
Nobody. I don't think anybody does.
No,
I
not.
think the closest has to be a Miami team.
And
with
even then, I
LeBron
don't even
playing
think they
at
were that
his
good of a
highest
team.
Level.
Yeah,
I don't-
I'd
I
take
don't
the
think so.
2012 Heat.
I don't
and
think
put
so
'em up
either, but I think
against-
that's the best option out of the rest of them. I think just
I think that's the most overrated back-to-back championship team ever. Maybe besides the Lakers a couple years ago, the least strongest teams, I would say. Think about teams that have gone back-to-back or won three-peats. Those are probably two of the weakest ever,
Yeah.
yeah.
if you think about it.
I think that just says something about the state of the league in that.
I think
in those years.
we've been over it so many times, and I don't know how many times I got to say it. Like, stay in school. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong
Yeah.
with a 2-year,
Yep.
20 years old age minimum. It'll do wonders for you. Chris Dunn, Buddy Hield, look at it.
You can get your BA in
Did-
2 years.
They're doing great. Yeah, if you go to class.
Yeah.
So, anyways, one more team I wanted to talk about because I'm pretty sure they're out of the playoff picture right now. Yep, they are. They're the
Turmoil.
9th seed, the Houston Rockets.
Turmoil City right there.
Martino
I
is
have a-
reveling
I-
in his glory
have
of
a
his
question.
awesome prediction.
Honestly, like, I don't want to take that much props for that. If-
No, I
like,
think
if
it was
you
a
want to
good
call it
prediction.
for what it was, you could see it coming from a mile away with the way they function. They overachieved in the playoffs last year, which good for them. But it was stupid that they fired their coach that early.
Yeah, that was. I don't.
But you know
agree
what,
with that.
But
To
it
it-
wasn't. It wasn't only Kevin.
I don't agree
McHale.
with
It's the fact
mid-season
that Harden
firings.
came into training camp overweight, 15 pounds overweight, in fact. Dwight Howard couldn't even practice in back-to-back games, and the team looked awful. And unfortunately, that has to go on the head coach. You have to prepare your players for the start of the season. The Ty Lawson signing didn't help either. That did absolutely nothing.
Isn't he in
for this
jail
team.
right now?
Who knows where Ty
Whoa.
Lawson is, but that signing did absolutely nothing for the team. They should have never messed
Nope.
with the formula they had last year with Beverly starting.
They got Josh Smith back.
They get Josh Smith back. This is true. Houston Rockets will be in the playoffs.
Still under 500.
They will be in the playoffs. They're gonna get the 8 seed
Who's coaching that team?
or even the 7 seed. I don't know how
JB
much longer.
Bickerstaff.
I don't know how much longer
Bickerstaff.
Portland can play this well.
What a name.
I think Portland will. CJ McCollum has to
He's
be
having
in
an
consideration for
incredible
most
career.
improved player of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Who
I
else-
Said this
who
last,
else
I said this
could
last
grab
last, last year
Most improved.
that
Jay Crowder should be nominated.
Jay
I don't
Crowder?
think he's gonna get it.
Steph can win most improved.
Yeah.
He can.
Mm.
Will he? Probably
No.
not. But he's that.
Will he?
incredible.
No.
When I think of most improved, I think of overall game
Right.
improved. It's just Steph is scoring more. He
Uh,
had that. He had
yeah.
the skills. I think he's just taking more
Right.
and making more.
Yeah.
It's not so much as like, hey,
His
he's a better
confidence-
three-point
He's not
shooter
going
this
to.
year.
His confidence is so high that he just
Well, of
knows what
course.
he can do. And
He's in the.
Kawhi-
He's.
Kawhi can win most improved.
I
I-
think he.
I think
I
Kawhi
think
is the
he's
second.
Draymond.
Going to
Draymond.
There's
I think Draymond will probably get it.
Is this a topic? Can I say this? No. I think Kawhi would be second
No.
in voting for
I don't know.
MVP
Oh, MVP. Oh, okay.
if, I mean, it's pretty clear Curry has it locked down at this point. Even at this
There's
point.
no way. There's
Even
no
if
way
he
you
was-
can
bet
argue.
if you want to make some money in a few months, just bet on Curry to win MVP.
You know what
There's
crazy?
no way he doesn't win unless he gets hurt.
You know what the crazy thing about Curry is? Think about it. Just think about this. He wins this MVP this year. He already has more MVPs than Kobe Bryant.
That is pretty crazy. That is
Than
pretty.
Kobe.
Yeah. But
But that,
okay, but then you can't. See, this is where things get tricky because you can't say that Curry's legacy would be better than Kobe's.
oh God,
When
no.
did that ever
I'm
come
just
out of my
yeah.
mouth?
I don't
Oh
know.
my
It didn't, but
goodness, Mike.
I thought you were
But
gonna
it's-
lead into
I'm
that.
I'm putting it into
It's just
perspective.
it's just crazy
Yeah.
that he would have more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's absurd that Steve Nash has more than Kobe.
I
But
don't.
if you think
I like
about
Steve
it,
Nash a
we
lot.
don't remember it that well.
Well, that's true.
Steve
too.
Nash was my favorite player
Because
growing up.
sometimes you
I
think
wasn't paying
we're
attention to
sometimes we're
basketball growing up.
prisoners of the moment,
Right.
and sometimes we
Greenberg.
just whatever, Greeny. You know, I don't. Whatever.
Keep going.
Just I don't even want to talk about some of the stuff Greeny says, but like prisoner of the moment, like how Clippers overtook LA. They're not. They're going on their cute little run. They're not winning anything.
Right.
You know, you could say, okay, Clippers run LA. If they even made it to the finals, they didn't even make it to the
That team is a mess too.
They didn't even make it to the conference finals. It's a joke. It really is a joke over there. But anyways, wrapping it up, it really looks like we're gonna ask the question. One of the questions I didn't get to ask. I'll ask two questions. First one is, do you think Warriors will beat the Bulls record? Pyro first.
No, but they'll get close to it. I think they'll tie it and not break it.
Okay, Mike.
I think they'll break it by like a game.
Okay, Matt.
I think they're gonna get it by a game or two at least.
I agree with Matt. Also, will the Spurs and Warriors both hit 70 games? Not beat the Bulls record. Both hit 70.
Not the
Spurs won't.
Spurs won't.
I'm gonna say yes.
You
I'll play devil's advocate and say yes.
You know, Duncan and Parker and Ginobili and those guys are going to start sitting some games down the stretch because they're going to see they're not going to be able to get the 1 seed, and they have enough cushion right now on OKC that they have the 2 seed. And even if it was up for grabs last year, it was up for grabs. They're just to get into the playoffs, and Pop still sat, his older guys. So that's going to happen again. I don't think they get to 70. If they do playing that way, then that's even more incredible. But I don't think
they have a lot of road
barring
games.
any injuries.
They have more road games second half of the year than
Right,
they do home games because they played 28 home games, only 25 away. I'm pretty sure they're on their Texas road trip swing, the rodeo, right now that they do every single year. So,
I don't think they get to 70.
Okay. All right. That'll wrap up that segment on the first half review of NBA. We'll be back with least impressive rookies and most impressive. Plus, Byron Scott coming for you. I'm going to rip him
a new
apart.
one.
Him and the Fakers fan base.
Oh
yeah,
my
and I didn't say that wrong. The LA Fakers, yes. Okay, PNP Sports, back in a few.